Yeah, please come.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Srujana,
Yes, sir.
how are you this day, today?
Sir, fine, sir.
Okay. Now, your father is in the police?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what do you think about these police encounters going on everywhere in every state now? People are resorting to, the police is now resorting to encounters rather than take people through the tedious process of the law.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, it is happening, sir. But I don't support this police encounters. It is better to go through the procedure established by the law and due process of the law, sir.
Go by the law.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's say don't do an encounter, don't kill the person, but
Yes, sir. Don't kill a person without any proper judgment.
if there is a proper judgment, you can kill.
Sir, if there is a capital punishment imposed on a person based
Okay,
on the...
legal through a court of law.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what are the major happenings going on in the country, in the news,
Yes, sir.
internally and externally? What are we dealing with?
Sir, internally, electoral bonds issues, the Supreme Court has came up with a judgment like electoral bonds are unconstitutional, sir. And
Do you agree with that?
yes, sir, I do agree with that.
You'd agree. Why are they unconstitutional?
Sir, there is a donor anonymity in that electoral bonds.
Okay, good.
And people, there is a right to freedom of expression, and there is a right to know also, sir, for the people. So who are donating to the parties is also important for the people to make a reasonable judgment for voting, sir.
So how do you think it is going to work out practically? Now the Supreme Court has told the State Bank of India to disclose the names of the donors, and so that the Election Commission can publish them on the website.
Yes.
Now, can a bank do that? Now, you are a bank account holder, I am a bank account holder. Can I, know what transactions you have done in your bank account or whom you have paid money? Can the bank disclose your details to somebody, to the public in general?
Sir, bank cannot disclose the details of somebody individual, sir. But sir, political parties, they are considered as they are considered as a public institution, sir.
No, political party is okay because of a judgment. They are now coming under the RTI ambit, but the donor is not.
Yes, sir.
So how can you disclose a donor's name? If I am a company
Yes, sir.
and I have donated, money to a political party, I don't want to disclose. So nobody has the right to. I don't come under the RTI as a private company. There is no law which can, compel me to. So can the Supreme Court go beyond the law to direct people?
Yes, the Supreme Court has said to the SBI Bank to disclose the details to the election.
As per the banking rules, it cannot disclose.
Sir, to disclose the details to the Election Commission, which is itself a constitutional body.
But then the Election Commission has to publish it on the website. So ultimately, the information will be disclosed to the public.
Yes, sir.
So is it legal is it covered under any law?
No, sir. It is till now it hasn't yet covered it any law, to my knowledge.
Okay. What other thing do you think is important thing is going on in the international arena with India?
With India, Greece president is Greece prime minister.
Very good. Very good. Greece, yeah.
For a visit.
So what is the deal we are going to have with Greece? How will Greece be involved with us if a deal which we made in which was proposed during the G20 conference is not taken through? How will Greece be involved with us?
Yes, sir. Sir, Greece being both Greece and India are prisoners of the geography. Like they are both located in a very geopolitical, volatile area, sir. Like
that's what the Hindu says today. Okay. Okay. So how is Greece involved with us? I know I asked you a particular question. In the G20, a proposal was made.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am not sure.
Very strongly a part of that proposal.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'll read about it, sir. I am not.
Have you heard of the IMEC corridor?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how does Greece relate to that?
Sir, it is a gateway to the Europe, sir, for the IMEC corridor proposed.
Good. Thank you.
You have given one of the papers was political science and international
Yes, sir.
relations. So that's very creditable that you've been a student of engineering and still,
Yes, sir.
reach this level. So, have you heard of India's civil nuclear initiative?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is the essence? What was the problem, and why it was so important for India, and what was the achievement? If you could explain that.
Yes, sir. Sir, as India is not a member of the Non-Proliferation Treaty, the civil nuclear development is becoming a hurdle, sir, for our energy purposes. But sir, India is developing self-reliance, sir, and it is at present it is a member of IAEA, and at present it is developing on fast breeder reactors as well as the pressurized heavy water reactors, sir, and the raw material that is used, the uranium, sir. Uranium, there is a uranium shortage in India, sir, but India is focusing on using the thorium, which is present in Kerala monazite science, sir. Use the thorium in the further nuclear power, sir.
The third stage.
Yes, sir, the third stage.
The third stage.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and United Nations also, you are in favor of India working through multilateral agencies, universal
Yes, sir.
agencies. So United Nations is very important.
Yes, sir.
But I would say that United Nations has been very ineffective. Ukraine war,
Yes, sir.
if you look at Gaza,
Yes,
they've
sir.
done nothing. So India is not a member of UN Security Council.
Yes, sir.
And if UN is devalued or sidelined, is it good or bad then, from India's point of view?
Sir, from India's point of view, though we are not a member of UNSC, we still support UN, sir. We are the largest contributing workforce for the UN PKF, peacekeeping force, sir.
Right.
And we are making use of the UN in many multinational institutions like UN ECOSOC and UN other UNGA assembly, as well as India is making to designate the terrorist also, sir, by making use of the UNSC, and as well as for the other development programs also, India is making use of UN, sir. And sir, UN, though it has no influence on the Israel-Hamas conflict and the Ukraine war, in other areas like UN, it is a one largest organization where all world countries would come and discuss on our same platform, sir.
If India is to push its case for UN membership, and we need lots of votes,
Yes, sir.
which continent would we go to on priority?
Non-priority.
Maximum number of countries, which can vote for us if there was ever voting on membership of UNSC.
Yes, sir.
Which continent do you
Sir,
think?
I guess Africa is the one country, sir, where 55 countries.
One continent, yeah.
Yes, sir. Africa is one continent where about 55 countries is present, and about 2/3 of the members will support us in that. Any case, sir.
Yes, that's very correct understanding.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Right. Sahitya is a very interesting name, Sahitya. Who kept this name? Your parents, obviously, but Sahitya name is a unique name.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is a unique name, but my father kept it as it spells like a Sai Baba first name.
Acha, Sai Baba Sahitya. Okay. Now, JNTU, is it still there at the Lakdi Ka Pol, or it has shifted from there?
Yes, sir, it is shifted to KPHB, sir, Kukatpalli.
Kukatpalli. It is no more in Lakdi Ka Pol.
No, sir.
Okay. Now, what is the genesis of the Telangana agitation protest when it started? what are the basis of division of the erstwhile Andhra Pradesh into two?
Yes, sir. Sir, the Telangana movement, it has agitation, it has got started in way before, sir, in the Nizam period only.
You know that. Not 1969, which most of the people think that it is like.
Sir, in the Nizam period only it has got started, like a mulki agitation.
Okay. Now, Chandrababu Naidu cannot be disassociated from Andhra Pradesh. Chandrababu Naidu's model of governance, what was that? And many states at that time wanted to follow that. What is so unique about Chandrababu Naidu's model of governance?
Sir, Chandrababu Naidu's model of governance, it mainly focuses on futuristic model of governance. In 1990s only established Ditech City. At present, which is itself developing like a IT hub around the area, where many companies are establishing their companies there, sir. So he basically mainly focused on futuristic models, sir, firstly. And secondly, sir, he is like a visionary leader, sir. Like he has developed many offices, and he wants to build a capital, sir, like a most efficient capital, sir. But on the other side, there are drawbacks also, sir.
Are you aware that Andhra Pradesh was the first state to digitalize the revenue records, though it is not the primarily agriculture state? Are you aware of this fact or no? Know this. The first state in the entire country to digitalize the revenue records was Andhra Pradesh. Anyway, now coming to your interest in movies.
Yes, sir.
Is there any Andhraite or anybody from Tamil Nadu who does not have interest in movies and worship NTR or MGR?
Yes, sir.
You also must be worshipping NTR. Is there a temple there in NTR's temple there anywhere in Telangana?
In Telangana, there are no temples, sir, but we have Ghat where NTR's demise has got happened, and we have these statues everywhere, sir.
Statues. Whenever a great big, star from Andhra or from down south Madras somewhere dies, there are people who commit suicide. What is this kind of emotional kind of, support? I mean, it is very unique to Andhra and Tamil Nadu. Why is it so there?
Sir, the movies that are being taken up by these heroes, sir, firstly.
Okay.
And secondly, sir, these are the heroes not only are famous in the film perspective, sir, they also do the social good also, sir, like donating Chiranjeevi Blood Bank and donating and welfare side also they do their services, sir. And thirdly, sir, the people they get attached more towards the heroes, sir, because in southern India, like a state gets divided based on the language, sir, and the people are more oriented towards the linguistic perspective.
All right, your interest in movies and your engineering background, let me ask you a question. Now, there is a move that motion pictures will be AI generative. I have seen one in Chandigarh recently. Now, if that happens, so if there is a script, then you can design a perfect heroine, perfect hero, perfect scenery, everything. You don't need physical people. So in 10 years from now, maybe anybody and everybody will be a producer or director, and we will make our own movies. What is your comment on this?
Yes, sir, it may be because of the technology upgradation, but sir, the animated movies are not the
No, animated, no. Emotions can be, AI will make the heroine as emotional as you want her to be.
Yes, sir. Even the motion in pictures, they does not resemble the same movies as in the movies where performed by the human artist. It is.
All right. Last question. You have to present the case of India as permanent member of UNSC. How will you do that?
Yes, sir. India is the largest populated country, sir. Secondly, India is the fifth largest economy. And thirdly, sir, India is the largest democracy, which And fourthly, sir, India is acting as a leader of the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, where the world is struggling with wars and differences. India is preaching a Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, sir. I think these are the qualities.
How about the peacekeeping forces India is contributing to?
Yes, sir. India is also
Isn't that
contributing.
also an
Yes,
important
sir.
factor?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Satya. What are the laws? Are you still working with Canara Bank?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what are the laws that govern the banking sector?
Yes, ma'am. RBI Act 1934, ma'am. Under second schedule, the banks all gets registered under the second schedule, ma'am. And the Banking Regulation Act 1949, ma'am.
Okay. You mentioned two.
Yes, ma'am. And insolvency and recently passed insolvency. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just read about it. Okay. And now, what are NPAs?
Yes, ma'am. NPS are the non-performing assets where the person is unable to pay the principal and interest about greater than 90 days.
Greater than 90 days.
Where the loan is due.
Is it the
greater than
same
90
for
days.
banks and for non-banking finance companies?
For non-banking finance companies, it is different, ma'am, because it will be of larger duration.
Okay, now you tell me, how does the NPA arise? Why does it arise?
Ma'am, it is different in different borrowers' case, ma'am. For farmers, it may be because of the crop failures or else
Generally, I mean, is there something lacking at the time of giving out a loan, or what?
Yes, ma'am. A risk ratio determination of the customer is one thing that is lacking, ma'am. And secondly, there are like gauging the customer record is also one thing, ma'am, that is lacking, and the collateral issue also is present, ma'am.
Okay, but then a very good running business can also turn unprofitable, no? And ability to repay. Okay, all right. And what is the latest RBI circular regarding NPAs?
Ma'am, if I'm not wrong, our NPAs have got decreased to 4% among all the banks.
They've come out with, one circular has come that regarding declaration of dividends and all.
Okay, ma'am. I need to read about it, ma'am.
Okay, all right. You can always, read about it. Now, Canara Bank, when was it founded?
In 1906, ma'am, 1906.
And in the last few years, some banks have been merged with Canara Bank, right? Which ones are those?
Syndicate Bank is the one, ma'am.
Syndicate Bank has been merged. When was that?
In 2018, ma'am, 2018.
Okay, all right. Okay. Let's move on to something else. What is you are a lady who's to join government service, right? You're already in a public sector bank, right? What are the statutes that have helped women? Yeah. You can say for women empowerment. No, economic development, no. For women, yeah, specifically, yeah.
On social side, women are getting prohibition of Child Marriage Act, ma'am.
No, I mean, for someone who's in government, yes? All right. What recourse does that person have?
Prevention of Sexual Harassment at Workplace Act, ma'am. 2013 Act.
What led to it? There were some guidelines before this. Yeah, and when was this act passed?
In 2013, ma'am.
2013. What is the procedure?
Ma'am, every institution where there are more than 10 employees, there need to be an internal complaints committee in that institution, ma'am, with a woman as a chairman, as well as at least 2 more members need to be a woman, and there should be an external external member also from third party like NGO or some external member, ma'am. And if there are 10 less than 10
No, then let's say there is the committee, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, then what happens if somebody has a complaint?
Ma'am, they goes to the committee and they should report, ma'am. Within 3 months of the incident occurs, they should go 3 to 6 months of the incident occurrence. The employee needs to go to the committee and she need to inform, and the committee inquires about it, and it has been given the powers of a civil court, and it has to go through the principles of natural justice as well as to come up with a judgment, ma'am. Even there is a, ma'am?
There's an appeal process also?
Yes, ma'am, there is an appeal process also.
Okay, read, because such a likely question, you should know about it. In any case, you should know about it, okay? All the best.
Sahitya, very good afternoon. So, ma'am was asking about the inherent issues with respect to loans, NPAs. Have you heard of subprime lending or sub-mortgage lending?
Yes, sir, I have heard about it, sir.
So, what exactly it is?
I'm not sure about it, sir. I need to read it. I have heard it, but I'm unable to recall it, please.
So, how far Indian banks are good at liquidity management?
Sir, at present, Indian banks are good at liquidity management, sir, because we are following the repo rate, bank rate, etc. in the banks also, sir, while providing loans as well as the cash withdrawals also, sir. Like,
So, every time we keep coming across in the banks that there is no cash today, come after some time, come tomorrow. So, is there any problem with respect to liquidity management?
Sir, as a banker, I would say it is different on different days, sir. The liquidity flow is different on different days, sir. Even the bank needs to adhere to some guidelines where we need to maintain minimum cash also, sir. So I think it's one of the issue that is troubling the customers. But sir, the liquidity management is also the crucial, sir. Banks need to maintain what are the denominations that have went or that have came and all that, sir. And in season, there are mismatches between the season period, in villages, in rural areas, there is a mismatch between the season period. If the season, the crop, if in the season the cash requirement is very high, sir. Whereas if the inflation is high, we will get cash less. That needs to be taken care of, sir, on the bank's perspective also.
So, how is the inflation in the Western countries, especially US?
Sir, in the Western countries, there is a inflation there. So the federal government, it has put the repo rate, Fed rate at a very high range. But now the businesses they all are asking for a rate cut. But the Fed Bank is it is strongly adhering to its strong position that rate cuts will happen once the inflation gets reduced.
Okay. So, it is mainly due to monetary or currency.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, next, with respect to political science,
Yes.
what are these natural rights and positive rights in Part 3 of Indian Constitution?
Yes, sir. So natural rights are mainly is the rights that have come from, that has been proposed by the laws, right to life and personal liberty under right to life under Article 21 and right to liberty under Article 19 and right to freedom. Whereas positive rights, it is mainly based on Article 15A, right to opportunity in public right against discrimination and and Article 16.4 and 15.4, sir, where affirmative action is proposed.
Right against discrimination or?
Right against discrimination.
Is it positive right? Or positive discrimination is a positive right?
Affirmative action is a positive right, sir.
Okay. So who came up with these concepts, or who are the pioneers?
Sir, as far as my knowledge is concerned, Ambedkar is the one who.
I mean, natural rights, the concept of natural rights and
Concept of natural rights has been given by the Locke, John Locke, sir, as a Western political philosopher.
okay. So what is their revocability? Can both be revoked, or either one can be revoked, or both are irrevocable?
With respect to natural rights, sir.
Anything. I'm talking about both natural rights and positive rights. Which one is revocable? Which one is irrevocable? Or both revocable or both irrevocable?
Yes, sir. Sir, right to life is irrevocable, sir. Whereas positive rights, affirmative action, it should be based upon the situation and the and the circumstances when the country is going through.
Okay. So with respect to Hyderabad, what is it named after?
Yes, sir. Hyderabad is named after a queen named Sir Hyder Mahal. Her name is.
What is Telangana named after?
Sir, Telangana is named after, there are different notions with different perspectives, sir. Like one say that Telangana, it means Trilinga, which is located between three lingas. Kaleshwaram, Akshardhamam, as well as the Kaleshwaram, Akshardhamam, as well as Draksharamam.
Not Akshardham, Srisailam.
Yes, Draksha, Sri Shailam. Sir. And the other perspective is where the Telugu spoken people live, it is called as Telangana, Teluguana.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Thank
All
you,
the best,
sir.
yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.